Hey everybody, Steve Wilson here from Secret Sauce. Today we're going to be talking about brisket. And there's a couple different pieces of this brisket. First you're going to have the flat, and that's this part down here. That's the leaner part. That's the part that a lot of people want at their table. It's a nice lean part. This end up here, and it's separated by this fat right in here. When it's cooked right, you can just kind of take your finger and just kind of slide that right off. Look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? So this is known as the point. If you're in Texas or a big barbecue place, this part here that's kind of just starting to separate, that's called the burn end. It's kind of like if you're on a roller coaster and you want to ride in the front, you got to stand in that special line to get that. That's what this piece is right here. So we're going to start by talking about a few things. Here at Secret Sauce, what we do is we take this piece right there, and that becomes our cheesesteak. Every day we take one whole one. This is all lean, this has got the fat, and we mix it all together, and this is what we use for our cheesesteaks. Kind of take the knife, slide a little bit of that off to the side. Kind of keep that for future use. Might chew on that while I'm bored. So this over in here is the flat, and this is really lean. Tends to dry out a little bit, but people, this is what they want to see at their table. They want a nice piece. So you got the bark. This is cooked with apple and hickory, mostly all hickory though. And so that's a good piece right there. See how it doesn't just fall apart. It's got nice pull to it, but it's awfully lean. And so if you were to eat that, you know, there's not a whole lot of fat in there. So sometimes you kind of enhance it a little bit with some barbecue sauce. So you get a nice little crunch. That's known as your bark. So when you're ordering brisket and you want it lean and you don't want all the fat in there, you want it off of the flat. And if you want it extra lean, what they'll do is they'll just take the knife and go like this and just slide that right off. And then you have really, really lean, dried meat. And a lot of people are trained to eat brisket like corned beef, where they boil and boil and boil. They take all the fat out of it, and then they throw a bunch of Russian dressing and coleslaw in there to bring some moisture back into it. So remember, fat is flavor, so keep it on there. It's like a toupee. Just leave it on there, mix it up, and enjoy it. So that's the flat. Over here we have the burn end. So the first cut of every brisket, whoever orders a brisket platter, that's who they get. The other thing too, going back to this, is you always got to cut against the grain. So the grain, if you see it going like that, if you cut it long ways, it's just going to have a tough pull. So when you cut it, you want to go straight down, nice 1/4 inch piece. You know, it's falling apart, but it doesn't fall apart in your hand. That's good. This has been going for 10.5 hours with about a half hour of rest time. Now, when you get up into this side, it's gonna go a different way. Kind of like your hair, you're gonna have cowlicks, and it's gonna go different positions. But right in here, this is all from the point, and the point has a lot of brisket, or a lot of fat. I mean, interwoven inside here. So it's not as dry. Problem is, if I send this out to a table to the average person, they're gonna say, ah, you gave me a piece of fat. Well, it is fat, there is fat in there, but remember, fat's flavor. So if you want something a little on the fattier side, you want it from up in the point area, and you have that nice piece. What we do with our cheesesteaks is we take a combination of the two pieces and we chop it up. So you got a little bit of fat, you get a little bit of lean in there, and then you have a nice cheesesteak, or a sandwich, or an egg roll, depending on what you want to do. You're the boss, so whatever you want. So, going back to the best piece in the house, this is the burn end. So now you see the lines are going this way, and you want to cut it this way. You want to break that grain. Nice crunch. That's where all the love is, right there. It's the perfect combination of the two pieces. That's why it's the coveted piece. So that'll wrap it up. education of brisket. You know, ask for it the way you want it. You want it lean, ask for it on the flat. You want it fat, up in the point area. And you want that middle piece, you got a little combination of both sides. So this is it. It's a wrap. Have a great day, peeps. Peace out.